So now let's talk about
mass shootings.
Mass shootings, right? So get rid of gun-free zones. No one wants to hear that. Get rid of gun-free zones. If you're not going to establish a perimeter outside of a building where I can go, don't tell me I can't bring my gun in there. A sign on the window is not stopping somebody from coming into the building. We've seen it time and time and time and time again. If the guns were the problems, we would have a mass shooting at every gun show every single day, but we don't. Why? The same reason you pointed out why that one place in Georgia, when they said everybody had to have a gun, crime went down.
People don't want to hear that, though.
They
don't want to hear that the answer to gun violence is everyone has a gun.
Now,
that's such a convenient answer for a guy like you.
It's very convenient.
So many guns you can't count.
But here, let's look at the alternative. We've been living in it, right?
Right.
And we're acknowledging that there's a problem.
Right.
So why aren't we entertaining the fact that maybe that is the case?
Right, but do you think that, like school shootings, for example, do you think that these teachers being armed would be the answer?
All right, so...
Or do you think there should be armed security on the campus?
I say it should be multi-layered, right? Because if you really want to put things into perspective, and the NRA didn't add about this, and people got pissed off, but it's the truth. Whatever school the president's kids go to, they are guarded by guns.
Right.
That school is protected by guns.
Right.
Right? Anything we hold valuable in this country is protected with guns.
No one is more anti-gun than Hollywood. When you hear about any sort of crime or gun violence, the left-wing people in Hollywood are the most vocal, the most virtue signaling, the quickest to jump on their pedestal. Meanwhile, what percentage of their fucking movies involve gun violence? And if you look at the Academy Awards, did you see the security at the Academy Awards? You see all these left-leaning, liberal actors being protected by people with flak jackets on, carrying guns with fingers outside the triggers. I mean, dogs. But it's crazy.
You know what it is, though? It's a loss of touch with reality.
Well, they're also insulated and protected.
Well, that's
part of it.
Because in their mindset goes like this. Well, I have security guards. I mean, Kim Kardashian's the biggest. I did a video on that, so that was the first thing that came to mind.
Biggest what?
She's biggest hypocrite on that, right?
Because well, she's a dum-dum.
Yeah, of course, but she also influences a ton of people.
Yeah,
right.
That's unfortunate. But
exactly.
Steve Harvey had her on Family Feud. And they were on Family Feud. The Kardashians in the West were talking about how fucking stupid Kim was.
But we know this, though. That's the crazy thing.
Well, there's no incentive for her to be intelligent.
There isn't.
I mean, she's good at making money. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't fault her for that. Hey, make your money, boo-boo. But but at the end of the day, she still has access to scores of young, influential minds.
Right. I understand that. That's unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do about that.
There isn't, but
other than you point out the fact that she's a dum-dum.
Pretty much, yeah.
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 She's not a terrible person. There's
She's
way
not.
worse
I
people in the
don't
world.
think it's. I don't know the woman.
I just don't. Well, I've heard her talk. I just don't think she's really interested in expanding her mind. I just don't think that that's something that's
not beneficial. But
that's her.
Here's the thing about that, though. The mindset, though, is there are people who we pay to carry guns.
Right.
I don't need to carry them. Therefore, you don't either.
So what you're saying about her is that she is anti-gun. She talks about being anti-gun, yet she's constantly surrounded by people who have guns. That's a fact.
Absolute fact. So
it's
you can't.
Absolute fact.
So then you can't turn around and tell me that no, you don't need a firearm.
Right. Of course you don't, bitch. You got 7-foot-tall dudes strapped to the fucking gills, all around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's man, it's frustrating because it's like, I get it. I would love to have 8 dudes standing out here with AR-15 slung over their shoulders, ready to protect me at a given notice. Right. If I could afford it, I'd pay for it and I'd do it. The funny thing is, I'd still carry a gun on me because they can't always be exactly where I am.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that's a paranoid way to live, though, isn't it?
What difference does it make? Think about it. How much does it affect me? I wake up every day, put a gun on my hip, and go out and do the exact same thing I would do if I didn't have a gun.
But you don't think about it. So in a sense, you feel like you're not paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. No. I'm not no more paranoid than any person that has a fire extinguisher in their house. Think about it. It's like I don't walk around like, oh my God, who's coming to get me? That's paranoia.
Right.
What all I'm doing is being prepared. right? Now, there could be levels of preparedness that you start to hit diminishing returns where it starts to be like, it starts to take away from your quality of life. But me putting a gun on my hip and just going about my business, that doesn't interfere with my life enough to say, you know what, it's not quite worth it.